Good morning, Northern Michigan. Welcome to Friday Faceoff here on Up North Sports Radio 101.1 WGRY, brought to us by TVCAirport.com. Jerry Coyne and Rich Calkins, as it should be. Go to hell, Gordon Miller. Heading to the Tigers game tonight, Rich.
That he is. Yeah, we're certainly in line for quite a series here as the White Sox come to town. Tigers red hot. White Sox, just coming off a crazy game themselves against the Reds, and should be fun. If the Tigers sweep, they're in first place.
Yeah, that'd be great. They're right below 500.
Mm-hmm.
Like they could have gone over 500 on Thursday, but they lost a game.
Right.
On Wednesday. Came back to win the series last night. Kiter Montero, he's... I'm sorry, but you can't put him in the bullpen.
Right. Another great start by him. 3
hits.
Yeah. And he struggled for a couple of starts there, figured it out, pitched great yesterday, and he just gets it done. He was efficient with his pitches.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one thing that, just to mention real quick, why Tarek Skubal doesn't go late into games. He gets that pitch count up way too high all the time.
Yeah, but guys that throw fastball. Justin Verlander was like that. Scherzer's like that.
Yeah.
They don't entice hitters.
Right.
They overpower them. And
right.
Back in the day when Verlander was on a no-hit watch every game.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, but it was just so frustrating to see guys foul off 98-mile-an-hour fastball after 98-mile-an-hour fastball, and the same thing with school. Most power pitchers are like that. They don't pitch to contact
like
Montero does.
Oh, he definitely pitched. Yeah, he keeps his defense busy. There's no question. But again, sometimes the Tigers' defense has been shaky this year.
They
but
made
if
a couple
you
errors yesterday
they
got out of.
I know. Yes, they did. I'm like, oh, no, here we go.
Yeah.
How you lead with some things.
Yep, and McGonigal made it.
Yeah.
Right. He has made his fair share of errors, which I guess – you got to accept as a rookie, but he's been so good that it's kind of, you're like, what the hell's going on?
At this point, we expect just greatness from him all the way around. It's not fair to him for sure, but yeah, you just expect it, like on a throw on a belt high throw to him down at third base, and he misses a good throw.
Yeah,
that's the thing with Dingler, man.
Yeah, put a man on third base with only one out, but they got out of it.
They did.
Yeah, which
signs of a good team.
In these Guardians games, every run is a premium. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The Tigers beat them 3-0 yesterday. That's the largest margin of victory in this series this year.
I know. It's one or two runs the entire time. It's just wild to have that close. And that's with Ramirez not necessarily playing. You can tell that helmet bone that he broke earlier, it's bothering him because defensively,
everything's bothering. Yeah, he's just off.
He is big.
He really shouldn't be on the field.
Right. You could tell he rushed back for sure because he's not the same.
Yeah,
right
but the
now.
whole with him not being able to anchor the lineup, it's really it's not good for the squad. But I don't know. Obviously, his replacement is not a help either.
Not at all. No, but Quan seems to be coming on for Cleveland.
Okay.
He had a really horrible start to the season, but he was red hot during the series.
Well, there's a couple guys that are that's happening now. Like Alex Bregman for the Cubs is on fire.
You see his name every day in the highlights because he's getting
months,
it done.
I was telling you guys, the Tigers didn't deal for a right-handed bat. I go, well, who'd you want? Bregman. Until last month, he was hitting 220 with like 7 home runs.
Right.
He's got 7 home runs in the last 5 days. Look out for the Cubs. Go Cubbies. Cubs Tigers World Series. I want to see it.
That would be amazing. Yeah. Just amazing.
But no, the Tigers, one of the biggest pieces of a potential Tigers playoff run is going tonight. Jackson Jobe. Pretty good in his first start. It's funny. He's one of those pitchers for the Tigers that they seem to give great run support for. Last year before he got hurt, what was he, 7-2? He had a +4 ERA, but, the Tigers hit for him.
And then you have the Verlanders of the world and the Scubos where it always seems just like mentally maybe the bats just kind of relax a bit, knowing they don't need to score a bunch. But then it's just that half a step or that just little bit of edge that they score one run or no runs,
Well, generally speaking, though, I mean, if Skubel's pitching, he's pitching against the other team's ace.
Yes, exactly.
And the same thing with Verlander, right? You generally don't see Tarek Skubel pitching against Joe Blow.
No, exactly. Their fifth starter, the guy they just called up from AAA or anything
Unless
like
it's
that.
a getaway game. And okay, we're not.
All right, yeah, exactly.
But I don't see who's pitching for the White Sox. I was looking for
Sean Newcomb.
Who?
Yeah, Newcomb. Newcomb if you got him.
Oh, I see. Yeah, Sean Newcomb, 2.66 ERA. He's had a pretty good season.
He sure has. He sure has.
But the Tigers are 2.5 back.
2.5. That is right.
Yeah, it would be nice to win this first game and get a leg up and put a little pressure on the White Sox. They have been very schizophrenic in the last 30 days.
Yeah, they really have. Are the wheels starting to come off? The Tigers right now, second hottest team in the American League, with Tampa Bay 9-1 in their last 10.
Well, they just lost a game. They were 9-0.
No, and they're still.
The White Sox got within 3.5 games of them, and then
they just
they went 1-9, and the White Sox lost 5, and now it's back to 9 games. So. And the Rays are coming to town in another week.
Yeah, they're 6.5 up over the Yankees in the East right now.
But does anybody fear the Rays when they get to the playoffs?
No, not really. No,
it's just a crazy season. Like I pointed out, 30-5. The Red Sox went to get in there, and now, like I said, they lost. I think did they win yesterday?
They did. They finally broke the schneid.
They lost 6 in a row and then one last night. Now the Blue Jays are hot, and they've gotten back into the race. They're right behind the Tigers. They were worse than the Tigers.
Right.
So, it's just one of the more schizophrenic years you could ever imagine in baseball. San Diego gets hot. They were out of it completely. Now they're breathing down the necks of the Dodgers. The Dodgers suck. The only team that's really been consistent all year is the Brewers.
The Brew Crew.
The Brewers just keep, chugging along. They win, they win 4 or 5 games a week.
They do.
Yeah.
Look, the Cubs are 20 games over 500 right now, and they're still 4 games behind the Brewers.
They cannot catch the Brewers. Just roll it out. And, the White Sox, you can pretty much understand the schizophrenia of that lineup, though, Rich. They got 4 guys in the everyday lineup that hadn't played Major League Baseball ever.
Right. And
Unless you want to call the Japan League Major League Baseball.
Right.
Yeah.
They this is the time of year you kind of start to see, the air gets a little thinner, and you start these games, kind of cruising through August, getting towards September, man, where every game is just so important. That's when you really see what your team's all about.
Well, it's always going to level out. Anybody that thought, and it's just a natural reaction of radio talk and everything else. When the Tigers in May were 4-21, oh, this team sucks. Trade everybody. Fire Hinch. Get rid of Scott Harris. You had to, even if they're not going to make a playoff run, they were going to go 17 and something in June. It's just that's the way baseball is. It happened last year. The Tigers are just cruising along, and then the bottom falls out in the middle of August and September. You're not going to win 120 games.
No, and then they get it back together and win a series or so in the playoffs when you would least expect it.
Look at the best record in baseball in my memory was the 119 Seattle Mariners, and they lost. They get swept by the Yankees in the first series coming out of the playoffs. It's just you're gonna win, you're gonna lose. Look at the Dodgers.
Yeah,
I watch out. Dodgers better learn how to close a baseball
They better.
game.
Diaz is not pitching very good.
No, maybe he's somebody that rushed back a little bit too much.
Right. Yeah, getting back. Wanting to get back because, of course, with the starters that they have and the additions they made at the trade deadline, they're like, yeah.
Put Scooble in the bed.
Oh, yeah. And it's just like, man, they lost another one last night.
Yep. I wonder if he'd do that. John Smoltz famously went from starter to closer.
Right.
It hasn't happened too often. You see it in the playoffs every once in a while. Who was it? Randy Johnson and who was the guy from the Red Sox with the bloody sock?
Yeah.
And the Dodgers did it last year.
Moved.
Mukasami or whatever the hell his name is closed out Game 7 after pitching in Game 5.
After pitching, yeah. Yes, he did.
But for some reason, I don't see Tarek Skubal coming running out of the
bullpen in the ninth or anything like that. Yeah,
no, I do not.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
There's a lot of interesting baseball left to go. Well, we got another 6 weeks. Of action, and the Tigers. I don't want to jinx it or anything else. Tigers could get swept by the White Sox, and it's not going to do that much damage to them, other than maybe talk radio going.
They all would lose it, absolutely lose it.
Valenti on Monday afternoon. After that, See, I told you they were paper Tigers.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They it would be a great weekend down in Detroit right now. First place White Sox coming to town. Should have some huge crowds. Should have a lot of fun, and
hopefully the Pope doesn't show up.
Right. That's exactly right.
Did you see the
Sorry,
Pope
you're
hats?
not welcome.
Did you see the Pope hats they gave away?
I did. Yeah,
Oh
that
my
was kind
God.
of funny.
Those didn't look like they were cheap.
No, I know. No, it's like, hey, there haven't been many giveaways there, the White Sox that people were interested in.
Well, they had Disco Demolition.
Well, of course. I remember watching that game and just go, what is going on?
The legendary Steve Dahl.
Oh, my
blowing
gosh.
up records on. It was also $1 beer or 10-cent beer night.
Nice combo.
Bad combo. Doubleheader, Disco Demolition, 10-cent beer night. Oops.
Anarchy reigns supreme on the baseball field. I just remember fans running everywhere, blowing stuff. It was wild.
That was wild. Of the doubleheader, they couldn't finish the game. It's lovely.
Whoops. A promo gone wrong.
Yeah.
That's the all-timer. That's got to be number one.
If you've ever listened to any of the comedians that do Harry Carey, it's midget night here at the ballpark. Come to the game with your favorite midget. You get in for free.
There's been some wild ones. How it got passed through the higher ups. That's a great idea.
Yeah,
let's try that.
I've only been to White Sox Park once, and that's back in. That is a horrible neighborhood.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. It's got a reputation.
It's right across from Cabrini Green, which is the subsidized housing area in Chicago,
right.
When they were having all the shootings, I mean,
right.
It was on the news every night. And not nearly as pleasant as Wrigleyville.
No, on the north side.
Yeah.
Yes, that's for sure.
So, but it's pretty interesting. That series is coming up, by the way. I think it's the week after next. White Sox Cubs. That's going to get fun. That'll be all over national news
for sure.
Yeah,
that'll be a fun one to keep an eye on.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
You don't.
But let's put it this way: you can say what you want about the White Sox. They've won a World Series since the in the last 2014.
Yeah,
they won, yeah. I mean, 30 years after the Tigers last. Venture to the we've been to the World Series twice.
We have, but to win it, it was my second junior year at college. So it was
what?
Second junior year.
2014?
No. For 80 when we won.
Oh, okay.
Back in '84.
What are you talking about?
No. I didn't go back.
You were not in college in 2014. But
30-some years of college down the drain.
I would have gone with you.
No, 84 was the. When we last won it, and I was
thank you for clearing that up.
Yes, yeah.
I didn't know there would be any math.
Yeah. I was told there would be
no math. We've got some messages from our very fine partners, and we will be back to dissect the first preseason game. The season's over. We're finished. All that and more here on Friday Face-Off on Up North Sports Radio, brought to us by TVCAirport.com. All right, it's time for Destination MLB with our good friends from Cherry Capital Airport, Autumn McLaren on a heater. So, Kevin, we're keeping Kevin Klein on the bench, Autumn.
We are, and it seems to be working out well.
It is working out well, 9-2. Yeah. So, what is next on our travel plans from beautiful Cherry Capital Airport to the Tigers on the road?
So they are on the road next to Pittsburgh with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Mm-hmm.
They're home against the White Sox the next few days. And that is running, that really jumped since we talked last week. I had to double check that because it is now about $867. That jumped a couple $100 since last week.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Yep. And then after that, they head to Kansas City. That also jumped. These prices are rising, and I'm not quite sure what's up here, but that's about $424 now, up from $309 last week.
Yeah, well, maybe the jet fuel prices are finally starting to kick in because we have seen, some pretty low fares for most of the baseball season, but sooner or later, those reserves, maybe they've gotten a little low, and they got to. If they're getting that price for the ticket, then I guess they're going to charge it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I know that jet fuel prices have increased fares across the board, but we weren't really seeing that here in Traverse City very much, and maybe that's the impact we're getting now.
Maybe. Well, let's go. We can look at a couple more baseball fares, or we can go ahead and do that, or we'll use the baseline for Frankfurt.
yeah, we can head to another couple games. So after Kansas City, they're home against the Tampa Bay Rays later in August, and then the LA Dodgers, they're home with them at the end of August, again, August 28th to the 30th, and then they hit the road with the Minnesota Twins August 31st through September 2nd, and that Delta price is about $847. That's a nonstop as well, yeah.
Yeah, Unfortunately, Sun Country is just out of that window, or would have been a hell of a lot cheaper.
Yeah, Sun Country would have kept that down. So my guess is Sun Country's that nonstop is over, so now Delta can kick up those prices quite a bit.
Yep.
Totally. And then after that, Cleveland, and that's not a bad price. United can get you there to Cleveland for about $279.
Now, that's a deal, and that's going to be a very important baseball week, and so you might want to take a look at that now before those prices get up.
Yeah, totally, because that will surely jump as we have experienced just since last week.
Yeah, you don't want to drive through Ohio. I mean,
no, who wants to do that?
Fly in and fly out of Cleveland, go see the Tigers.
Get in, get out of there.
Yeah, watch the Tigers kick the crap out of the Guardians, go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, get the hell out of there.
Exactly.
and then
now,
that
one place you don't want to get out of is Munich, because that place is pretty amazing. You can head there and watch the Lions play. That is still running about just under $900, but that is increasing just a little bit every time we talk.
Yeah,
so.
Better. You can still get those tickets from the Detroit Lions. I saw that there's still tickets available without any, increased prices there. So if you're going to make that,
running?
if you're going to make that decision to go to Germany, see the Lions, and have the trip of a lifetime, make that decision now.
Yes, do it. Grab your lederhosen and grab the fare and head over.
Okay, Autumn, I want to see that photograph of you in the lederhosen.
Hey, I do have one of me in a I think it's a dirndl is what they call it.
Is that the female version of the lederhosen?
Yeah.
Is the dirndl?
Yeah, the dirndl. I have been to Oktoberfest. I bought it in the Munich train station, and it was a blast.
All right. Well, maybe we will see that.
I'll text you the photo.
Yeah, text me the photo. Autumn McLaren, where did people find all these great airfares?
TVCairport.com.
Right in our backyard, totally convenient. Thank you, Autumn, and go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
The dirndl. Never heard of the dirndl before, Rich.
No, me neither. Autumn McLaren doing her homework here. Knowing the culture.
She's lived it. So,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Lions and that damn Frankfurt game, it takes a game out of our season ticket package here.
Yes.
That we offer up. But Rich, I don't know what you're going to tell from preseason football, but my eyes were glued on the center position.
Yeah. McLaughlin there that was doing the former Alabama and then Ohio State.
He delivered the ball without any problems to quarterbacks that
right.
How many times has he even snapped the ball to Dobbs? And was able to get it away cleanly both under center and in the shotgun.
Right.
It looked like in the blocking schemes, he was mostly involved in double teams up front.
Right.
So it was hard to tell. I was going to text this into the guys yesterday when they were talking about, some people are looking at him and some people are thinking that Shrugs is coming.
That he'll be taking over that center position when he gets back.
You're talking about a Remington winning award winner, and so I'm like, how are Remington award winners fared in the NFL? Really good.
Right. And then remember why he didn't
Landon
get drafted.
Donovan and Tyler Linderbaum were Remington award winners. I'd put them in.
I would take that.
And everyone since then is still in the league.
Yeah, he tore his Achilles, and that's why he didn't get drafted.
Yeah.
And that happens to linemen.
And rehabbed as a free agent in Cincinnati.
Yes. Yep.
Played a little bit, but still not ready to go. I mean, Jensen was talking about that. Especially for O-linemen, it takes a long time for that Achilles for you to feel good about it.
Sure. I mean, we're talking about 320 pounds, a human being that is supporting, and then
trying
moving.
To push into
exactly. I mean,
guy.
It's not a 200-pounder running around at a skill position. There's a lot of stress on that.
Yeah, twice in my life I thought I tore my Achilles tendon. One was in a swimming pool. And it was just a really bad cramp, but I was in the middle of a race.
Right.
And the whole thing just seized up, and I'm like, holy shit, this is it. And the same thing last time I played in a very serious pickup basketball game. Luckily, it didn't happen. But I can imagine that you feel anything back there after you've torn your Achilles and you want to throw up.
Oh, exactly, because the rehab to that is strenuous and long.
Oh, yeah.
And it most of the time takes about a half a step away from your ultimate abilities.
And, and all eyes are going to be on Brian Branch when he comes back from this. So, I think McLaughlin, I'm just, got my fingers crossed that he is going to stay in this pipeline of great Remington award winners. I mean, he was starting center for both Alabama and Ohio
Ohio
State
State.
and won that award.
So
He's
top-end
got-
programs.
Yeah, he's got to have more than just a little ability.
Yeah. But again, and he played at Alabama, I believe, when Saban was there.
Yeah.
So that's what, and that adds something.
But he had a lot of problems delivering the ball to what's his name, who was the quarterback Saban's last year. I
think he had broken a bone in his hand, and they had a hard recovery of that when you. And so I think that was, again, not to make
Ryan
excuses.
Day, after he got to Ohio State and went right to the starting center position, said it was because the cadence. Who was the quarter? Ualungale. Had a very unusual cadence, and that was part of the reason why there was some bad snaps in the shotgun.
Okay.
So. Anywho, it's going to be what it's going to be.
Right.
Cade Mays is not coming back anytime soon.
No, was it 8 to 10 weeks?
Yeah.
They're thinking.
So they're talking about after the bye.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but I thought Hassanin played well on the defensive line.
2 sacks.
Heck yeah, we'll take that. And I think Sailor's there for the running back position. He's battling for like the third or fourth running back position, but he had a good spring last year as well. Isaac Tesla did not play well at all.
He looked horrible.
I mean, that guy, known for his hands, making remarkable catches, had easy catches last night. Yeah. She delivered. She said,
that's not lederhosen, though.
No.
No. Okay, so that is the traditional female dress.
Yes.
I thought we were going to see her in the leather short pants
right.
with the okay. So
that's
it's a very cute picture.
It is, absolutely. They but that's I mean, I expected a lot more from Tesla.
That was like disconcerting.
It was. The first right through his hands, and it created a turnover.
Yeah, a pick.
Yeah, bounced right off his helmet then.
Yeah, and plus, you make Altmaier look that bad. The whole thing was just
exactly.
And then he dropped another wide open pass
right there. It was right there.
through his hands.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's something mentally going on.
Well,
it kind of looked like it.
They joked about it. Those gloves, they get wet. You might have to take them off. So
it was raining hard in Frisco.
Yeah. They. By the way, our guy Kendall Vildor got a pick last night for the Patriots. So saw that in the highlight.
Yeah,
package.
I don't want to hear about it.
So, but
like I said, it's hard to take away. Who's the linebacker that came in from the Raiders in Tampa? Played pretty good.
Oh, White. Yeah.
Devin White.
Devin White.
Yeah.
Yes. He's still only 28. I can't believe
it?
That's it. They were talking about it on a ticket
How did the Raiders not sign
I thought he
him?
was closer to 38
so
than
did
20.
I thought he was like 33 or 34.
He seemed like he's been in the league forever. So he must have been in early, like a 20-year-old or something like that.
He's the leading tackler for the Raiders, and they didn't re-sign him.
I don't get that.
And nobody else did. We've got this guy.
I know. Yeah, no one else picked him up.
Yeah.
That's what's really crazy.
I mean, this guy was the mainstay of that Tampa Bay defense when they won the Super Bowl.
He sure was, yes.
Him and Vita Vea. I mean, that 1-2 punch up the middle.
Right, that's right. You weren't going. No, you
Yeah.
weren't running the ball. That's for sure.
He was and like you said, Hassanin looked good. He came off the field, but he came back in and got a sack in the fourth quarter.
He did. Rakestraw looked good a little bit, then bad. He did tweak his shoulder when he's had surgery on, but he's got to be healthy. He's got to get out. He needs reps.
He's tiny.
Yeah.
I mean,
and they're talking about how he put on weight.
He's tiny.
I know he is, yeah.
I mean, what is he, 5'9", 170 maybe?
And they a couple that Abney that they picked up from Arizona State. He's another smallish DB that 5'9", 175 or 180, and it's just like I love the DBs to be 6 foot or taller, 6 foot to 6'2". And have some length to them that they may not always be the quickest or fastest, but with that length, it can make up for that lack of super quickness that the little guys have.
He's 5'11", 192. I call BS on that.
Yeah.
But he is from Texas. I mean, so that means he's gotten the crap knocked out of him for
Yep.
probably played 5A in Texas.
Yeah, right.
Went to Missouri. I don't know. Terry and Arnold going to get signed by.
Yes.
I don't even know what to make about that.
Exactly. By the Seahawks.
Yeah.
How,
No, I mean, so they don't have a court date. So he can play this year?
Oh, I don't know. The NFL hasn't touched it yet because the Lions released him.
Yeah.
He's got to go through now. The NFL's going to get their paws on him and say he might be suspended for 6 games or who knows.
Even if it's 6 games, the
He could
Seahawks, but there's nothing the Lions, they had to release
They
him.
had, absolutely.
There's no way around it.
Right.
So, it looks like we'll get screwed again there.
They'll develop him and end up being an all-pro. And Seahawks have good DBs. That's
their best safety signed as a free agent for the Bears, and he's going to be out almost the entire year.
Yeah.
It didn't appear that any major injuries came out of not only our game,
Right.
but any of the games. Who's the running back for Notre Dame that went to the Cardinals? He looked really good.
He looks like a bowling ball of jackknives. I mean, that dude, he's pumping his arms,
He's
his
got some
knees
pretty
and
good moves.
arms
He's a
and
big
elbows. It just like his running style is so unique that it's just like he doesn't look smooth. It just looks like he's a terror to tackle. Is what he looks like.
It's football is here.
It is.
And of course, it's easy to make snap judgments everywhere along the
exactly.
line. But
Perspective.
Yep, they got their only home game coming up next Saturday.
Now, do the starters play in this? Because now there's only 3 preseason games, no longer 4. So do they play the starters for look at the starters that played around the league? There were a lot of teams that started. Look at Cincinnati had their starters go 2 series, both offensively and defensively. So
and Burrow got sacked twice.
Yeah, exactly. Dude with a serious injury history.
If you're going to start your quarterback, don't you have to start your starting offensive line?
Yeah, and go max protect on a guy that's been hurt a lot.
I'm just saying. So was that the Bengals starting offensive line?
I think so, because they talked about the starters getting 2 series on offense and defense. You wouldn't put Burrow out there with a backup offensive line.
I mean, are you going to do that with Goff? Put Penne out there for get what looks like the offensive line for a couple of series. Do you wait? Even though it's on the road, do you wait for game 3?
Right.
There's so many moving parts on this offensive line, other than Blake Miller, who, by all accounts, played pretty well.
Sure did, yeah. Didn't get any penalty.
Borum and
Miles Frazier, the holding machine.
Mahogany.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
If Frazier wasn't getting called for a penalty, Mahogany was.
Right, yeah. So, it's your turn. No, it's your turn. Your turn. I know.
And, Christian Mahogany was a revelation 2 years ago, the second
he
half
was.
of 2 years ago.
But I also heard he didn't come into camp in great shape, and then, Campbell wasn't real happy about that. And he does look a bit heavy out there on the field right now.
The one thing that you can kind of count on, when you have that disappointing of a first preseason game, Tesla, Mahogany, Borum, these guys are going to okay.
Yeah.
Here,
this is lighting a fire under these guys.
Get your ass in gear, baby.
That's right.
I mean, this is professional football, and I don't care what part of the year it is.
Right.
You got to go out and give max effort, and that's why the Lions love Hussein so much.
Oh, exactly. That guy, he's a
He's a lesser talented Max Crosby.
He is, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Aiden Hutchinson, never give up on a play.
Yeah.
Keep going. You're going to get sacks purely on effort alone.
Yep. So we may touch on a little bit more pro football, but I think more college football coming up. A little Pistons update. Jalen Duren, where are you?
Yeah. What do you do? What do you do?
What do you do? Back after these words from our fine partners on Up North Sports Radio's Friday Faceoff, brought to us by TVCAirport.com. Welcome back to Friday Faceoff here on Up North Sports Radio 101.1 WGRY. Jerry Coyne, Rich Calkins. No Gordon Miller. He's already in the bleachers at Comerica Park waiting for the big White Sox game. Rich, I don't know if you followed this. I just, it was an interesting blurb on ESPN. So I don't know if you noticed that the Lakers got sold twice.
I did,
In what? In a 3-month period? Mark Walters, who is the majority owner of the Dodgers, had bought the Lakers, and he turned around and sold them to Bob Iger, who was the CEO of Disney and some other guy. I thought it was Jared Kushner, who's Donald Trump's son-in-law, but it's not.
It's his brother. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, the Kushner father is one of the biggest real estate developers in New York. So.
Okay.
The rich get richer, as they say. Although that's a lot of money for a basketball team.
But he turned
$2 billion in 3 months.
In 3 months,
my investment portfolio is not really doing that well.
Not like at that rate.
But there's now some talk that the financial pressure that Walters Group is on may have to sell the Dodgers. I guess the Feds are coming after him for a lot of fraud. He immediately sold the Lakers because he needed the $2 billion.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know, like if those fines, if they're looking at ridiculous amount of fines. Gosh. So, I wonder what the Dodgers would fetch. I would imagine quite a bit more than the Lakers.
I would think so, because of the cash cow that the Dodgers are.
Yeah.
With a couple of different TV and the way it's grandfathered in and
15, 17.
Because I heard more information on why they get to keep a majority of their money. It's like
tell me about that.
80% and 20% goes to Major League Baseball. Because remember, you and I were alive to know when they were in bankruptcy. So they cut a deal with Major League Baseball to get them out, so they could generate revenue and get them out of that. So that's how this stems from.
Going away.
It should. I don't think it's unlimited, right? There's got to be a term limit here.
Right, exactly.
So, but that's where that all stems from, of that cash cow that they are right now.
They just released the valuations of all the sports franchises, and the Cowboys are worth what?
Still number one.
Just under 16. But I would imagine that the Dodgers would fetch more than $16 billion in a sale. Who knows? And I guess somebody asked Shohei Ohtani if he would stay there because he's in such a weird deal where all the money is deferred.
Deferred, yeah.
Who did you defer it to? Did the guys that buy the Dodgers have to pick up that nut?
That's exactly right. Because long after he's done playing baseball, he's going to be collecting $1 million checks.
God knows what he makes every year in Japan.
Just wild. Just wild.
We've got college football coming down the pike here pretty soon.
We do. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting season. Michigan has a real tough schedule.
Michigan has a really tough schedule.
They do.
They got Western Michigan first week, and then bang, Oklahoma, and it doesn't really slow down after that.
No, quite. And Mateer getting a lot of talk, the quarterback from Oklahoma, on how jacked he is. Got in the offseason. We'll see what, as a quarterback, we'll see what that means.
Well, people are praising the Michigan defense, so we will see. They're gonna get tested.
Yeah,
very quickly
they
against
will.
Oklahoma. I mean, Oklahoma is preseason ranked number 6. Michigan is 15. I haven't seen the look-ahead point spread on there, but I would imagine that Oklahoma is going to be – it's probably going to be a pick'em game, I would imagine, depending on how both teams look in their first games.
Sure.
But, the Michigan goes they got Oklahoma in Game 2. UTEP comes in Game 3. And then Iowa visits in Game 4. Luckily for Michigan, that's at home and not in Iowa.
They always play them tough. They always seem a low-scoring, tough physical ball game.
But if you start seeing the stuff on TV, the wild card in the Big Ten is certainly going to be Penn State.
Because they play nobody.
They play nobody. Michigan is their hardest game. I think Michigan and Washington. A lot of people are talking about Washington as well.
Yeah, because Jed Fish out there, former Michigan assistant. And, he did well there last year. And they're
USC comes to Penn State, and a lot of people going like, well, USC's got a loaded roster, and Lincoln Riley's got to deliver.
He does.
Yeah. So the Big Ten is stacked this year.
Sure is.
And Penn State is the only team that doesn't really – so they got USC coming into Happy Valley, and then they go on the road to play Michigan. But then they play Purdue. Ryan Brown going to be quarterbacking Purdue again.
Is that right?
Yeah,
okay.
I saw some videos with him. Drew Brees came to town.
And you went to school with his dad? His
dad was a Brother Rice football legend.
Okay.
Played at Boston College, played for the Lions and the Dolphins, played for Shula.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's getting a pension.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. That's the mark of if you had an NFL career.
Yeah, if they're still paying you years afterward, you did all right.
NFL pension is pretty good.
Is it really?
Yes,
okay.
it is, yeah.
And you have to 6 years of
4.5.
4.5 years
Yes.
of qualified time.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a 6-figure pension.
Okay.
Every month.
Wow.
Yeah.
The state pension that I receive is not that. Let me tell you.
Yeah, well, I know your body is damaged, but
there's a lot of stuff damaged.
Didn't have deer running you over on a daily basis.
No, they did not.
I mean, like I said,
though it appears I've been concussed many times, I have not been.
Let's not go to the concussion discussion.
Yeah.
I wanted to look very quickly at week 0, if there's any games that we've got of serious interest. I hope.
Yeah, because the past couple of years it's delivered, I believe. There's been some nice games in week 0.
Well, I know. Is it North Carolina that's playing in Dublin this year? I'm pretty sure it is.
Bill Belichick heading over across the pond.
Famous Irishman.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick.
Yes.
But let me, before I jump the gun there, week 0, North Carolina at TCU in Dublin, Ireland.
Okay.
The Arlingus. Let's see who else is playing. North Carolina State at Virginia, Memphis at UNLV, San Jose at USC. That should be a watchable game. Hawaii at Stanford, New Mexico State at Florida State. So those are the games happening Saturday, August 29th, so a couple weeks away. Everything kind of getting a late start because it's the latest that Labor Day can possibly be.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So certainly some watchable games there for sure. And lots of interest, of course, with the Bill Belichick this year at North Carolina with all the hoopla that goes around and circles around him and that program. Certainly would expect better results this year than what happened last year.
Well, they have a pretty difficult schedule again. And then the week 1's game is that I'm pretty sure that's when OSU is playing Texas.
Wow.
That rematch is coming up. Let's see very quickly. Nope, it did not show. It showed me week 0, and that is fantastic radio when we have so much dead air like that.
But that Michigan-Oklahoma game is in week 2, correct? Because Michigan doesn't play in week 0, and so week 1 they play, like you said, the Broncos from Western Michigan. And then, Oklahoma, they come to Michigan this year, don't they? Because they were in Oklahoma last year. So that will certainly help. Yeah, we've talked about it before here that Michigan home schedule is pretty good this year.
Oh, it's a fantastic home schedule.
Yeah, season ticket holders there. They've got a lot of good teams coming to Ann Arbor. That's for sure.
Well, Boise State visits Oregon on week 1. I thought the Texas, is that a night game? Maybe it is. Clemson LSU is the one of the marquee games. Michigan's game is at night. The Western Michigan game.
To start the year?
Yeah, that's kind of odd.
Huh.
I thought that Texas OSU game was in week 1, but I don't see it here. So
interested in keeping an eye on Michigan
no,
State?
because Texas is playing Texas State, so it must be.
Okay.
Are you talking that? Is Ohio State playing Texas and Michigan playing Oklahoma
In the same.
in week 2? That's bad scheduling, TV guys.
It is, yeah, for sure, for sure. But I'm interested in watching Michigan, how Pat Fitzgerald does at Michigan State as well, and of course, how local product from Gaylord there, Brady Pretzloff, does at linebacker for them.
Yeah, that's the noon game, OSU Michigan in week 2.
Okay.
And Texas, where are you? I don't see it. Lots of games.
But that's early. That's played early in the year.
No, that's 7:30. They're playing the same week 2.
Okay.
So, yeah. We don't have to worry about Notre Dame. They don't play anybody this year.
Yeah, exactly.
They play Miami. That's it. At Notre Dame.
At Notre Dame.
That is strictly that's the only preseason ranked team that Notre Dame has on their schedule.
So if they don't make the playoff this year, it would be highly, highly disappointing.
If you're an Irishman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rich, let's. I was going to let me ask you quickly.
Okay.
Aren't your Chips sporting a new coach this year?
No, he's been there a couple years now. The guy from Army, hard to pronounce his name. Heikel Brom, something.
There you go. Spoken like a true Chips fan. Yeah.
But I have been keeping an eye on Drew Esper from Traverse City West. He early enrolled there. Saw some video of him or some pictures of him at camp.
Okay.
And he's moved. He's playing linebacker, outside linebacker there. And so
didn't our TC Central linebacker, he transferred to IU?
He's at Indiana now after 3+ years at Notre Dame. He is at Indiana. Hit the transfer portal.
I mean, that is so bizarre to me. You talk about transfer portal and everything else. Who transfers out of Notre Dame their senior year?
I don't know.
It's
just down the road.
I understand that. But just think about how goofy the whole landscape of college football is when you leave Notre Dame, your senior year, to go to Indiana. Do they play football? Did they even? It was until 2 years ago the losingest program in D1 history.
And now the defending national champs.
And people are transferring from Notre Dame to there.
For football, not basketball, football.
There you go. Thank you for putting that on it. We'll be back after these words from our fine partners on Up North Sports Radio's Friday Face-Off, brought to us by TVCAirport.com.
Was the shame.
Yes, I know. Okay. Welcome back to Friday Face-Off here on Up North Sports Radio, 101.1 WGRY. At this time of the program, we like to check in with Lindsay Southwell out at Shanty Creek. She's too busy cutting the new cups on Hawk's-Eye. But the 90 Holes for $90 program starts from now till the end of the year. So you got to book 3 nights lodging, and the lodging very, very fee-friendly. and then you can play all 5 of the golf courses for $90. A deal that cannot be beat. All of the courses are in fantastic shape, tour championship quality, and stay there. Play some golf with your buddies. If you book it next for the end of the month, you can see balloons over Bel Air Ridge.
Yes, absolutely. Try to take that in.
Lindsay has mentioned you here.
She has.
Make a day of it at Lakeville. Start with Rich's Breakfast Buffet. Fuel up before you tee up. Come back Saturday night for Rich's famous prime rib dinner. We got to get a picture.
It's always around food.
No, we got to get a picture of you in the chef's hat carving the prime rib over
Absolutely.
there. We got to do it.
Absolutely.
Great rounds, great meals, great views of Lake Bel Air. Hard to beat Saturday. And now that football's coming up, then you can settle in after the round and with a belly full of prime rib.
That's right. You work up an appetite and watch some football.
Watch some football. And Labor Day is closer than you think. Summer's winding down. If you haven't made your Labor Day weekend plans right now, the time is go. Rooms go quickly for the last weekend, and 90 for 90 is still good right through it. So go to shantycreek.com. Speaking of golf, the Finding Fairways program is in the books, and you can check it out right here on Up North Sports Radio at 9 o'clock either Saturday or Sunday. Or if you're an early riser, you can hear it at 7 o'clock on Q100 Michigan on Saturday or Sunday. And we have a discussion with our good friends up at Bay Mills and the great course Wild Bluff out there. I was up there, half the golf course you can see Lake Superior from.
Yeah, and nothing like a view of Lake Superior to play around the golf and look at that beautiful lake.
Talked to Joe Charles, who's the director of golf instruction at Boyne Academy, and after my disastrous outing at Oakland Hills, I played Oakland Hills North Course on Saturday.
Oh,
and I thought, you'd think I'm in pretty good shape, right?
Right. Yeah.
Well, I walked 18 holes with a caddy.
Okay.
And I guess I kind of ran out of gas after the 15th
Needed
hole.
the carb load a little more?
No, it wasn't that. And now my back's been bothering me ever since. So I petered out on what was, not a bad round considering I don't really start playing golf until now.
Okay.
It's just too busy.
Too busy, during the heat of the summer.
July.
It's crazy.
I'm lucky I get to hit balls every once in a while. But the more interesting thing leading up to it is now we have the first of the 3 playoffs for the PGA Tour, and they're playing in Memphis.
Yeah, at 100 degrees right now. There is some heat there.
Well, the funny thing is, I was talking about on our golf bet. I have played that golf course in August, and Memphis is always hot in August. And
hot and humid.
Yeah, 99 degrees and 99% humidity.
You're like in South Texas or something.
No, I think you get breezes in South Texas. You don't really have. There's no wind in Memphis.
Wow.
So yeah, it's a soggy walk.
I was watching some of it. Every one of them are just sweating through their shirts. It just, I mean, as you can imagine.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a scene, man.
It's a scene, man. And they've been having early coverage of it as well.
Yeah. Well, they try. The one thing they do is they get them off, early.
Yes.
You don't want them teeing off at noon.
No, not at all. Yeah, right through the brutal part of the day.
So, but there's a lot at stake, a lot of money, number one. But there's really no clear-cut a PGA Player of the Year right now. Right. Rory only won once this year. It was the Masters. Scotty Scheffler, surprisingly, has only won once this year.
Right. Was in contention for a couple others,
but he surprisingly lost.
Yeah.
Finished second in a number of tournaments.
You're not used to seeing that.
You don't. He's not putted not very well. It's always been his foible anyways, but he kind of turned it around. But this year he's not putted well.
Right.
But there's a lot of really good players, and it's a good watch. So if without football on yet,
right,
and trying hard to find where baseball is on the dial, you can always find it on the radio.
Yeah, you certainly can. Right here on 101.1.
At 6:40 is going to be the first pitch. in what is going to be a highly exciting
for sure
weekend of baseball.
And then two early afternoon games on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So a couple of early afternoon games there to close out that series with the White Sox. And, yeah, it's definitely going to be must listen to and must see as well, watching those Tigers.
I don't know how to watch them. Where do you get them?
Yeah, well,
I know you got them.
I do, yeah. Purely because I hung on to cable, and so I get that Detroit Sports Network. That's the only reason.
Speaking of busy season, you're going to start your busy season here in a couple of weeks.
I am, exactly. Covering the Traverse City West Titans for my 6th season, so looking forward to that. Should be another exciting season with Braden Tillman back at quarterback. Started his entire sophomore year.
Yeah.
Getting lots of looks all over the country.
Lots of D1. He's already got some D1 offers.
Yes, for sure. All of the Mid-American schools, and then all of a sudden Florida State and Wisconsin, Michigan State, all of them have offered him now as well. And so, yeah, looking forward to that. Should have a pretty good skill position, guys. We're pretty deep in that area. And then
the question is the O&D lines.
It is, exactly. Graduated quite a few people along the front lines there on both offense and defense. So if some of the younger kids can step up and do a solid job there, then should have a pretty good season. Like you had mentioned before, we have qualified for the playoffs last 2 years. And James Wagner, this will be his 4th year coming in to it. So 2 out of the 3 years he's qualified for the playoffs.
I did not know this, but did you know that the Tigers are in the wild card now?
That I knew yesterday. I knew when they won that
Texas lost.
Okay, and that was okay.
Now the Tigers are in the playoffs if they were to start today. One of my favorite phrases in sports television. If the playoffs were to start today, well, we're 6 weeks away.
But imagine if you put a ton of money on them after that horrible May when there was no one would have.
I'm sure people have.
Oh, I'm sure too, sure.
I mean, when the Tigers started this climb, they were 16 and a half out of the Central and 12 and a half out of the wild card.
That 16 and a half, no one's ever made the playoffs, I think, being that far back.
And everybody was saying, well, it's not only how many games you're behind, but how many teams they've had to climb over.
Right.
Well, they have. They've climbed over Seattle and Baltimore and Toronto and Cleveland and Minnesota and Texas.
Using them as a ladder.
That's right. And Toronto climbing up that ladder, and Boston has already done that climb.
They have.
That would be a tough ask to see. Well, the way the Red Sox are playing, maybe the Tigers move into that position. And, like we said, like we started the show off, we've got another 6 weeks of exciting baseball.
Tiger action right here on 101.1.
Yeah, maybe I should go back out and sell whatever spots I have left.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. I'm sure we're going to get the out here, Rich. Enjoy your weekend. There it is.
Just like that. Spoke it.